I'm Paula Marie. Welcome to Boomer Best You. Today I'm going to share a personal story about a visit I made to a plastic surgeon and how it changed my perspective on aging. Before I retired, I taught at a community college for several years and I really enjoyed it. When I reached my 60s, I still felt youthful, energized, and relevant. But clearly not everybody else still saw me that way. I started noticing when I went to meetings that some of my younger colleagues were starting to interrupt me. And when I went grocery shopping, I was getting some of that condescending communication like, "Oh, here you go, sweetie. Do you need help carrying that out, honey?" I'll confess, I doubled down on anti-aging products for a while, and then I discovered I was still going to age anyway. I even made an appointment with a plastic surgeon. I stood in front of the mirror in his office and he lifted up my face and pulled back my skin like that. And I could, for at least a brief moment, see myself about 10 years younger. Yeah, at least from the neck up. By the time I got home, I started thinking to myself, well, what am I thinking? Getting plastic surgery wasn't going to make me feel happier. It certainly wasn't going to help my career. So why was I even considering it? Why had I bought into the idea that aging, natural aging, is something we're supposed to hide? And why was it that some other people thought that they could be less respectful to people who were older? In part, it's because there is a lot of money in trying to convince all of us that aging is something undesirable. By 2021, the global anti-aging market is supposed to reach about $217 billion. Ironically, by 2035, less than 2 decades from now, at least in the US, it's projected there will be more of us who are 65 and older than those who are 18 and younger. As I started thinking about it, my perspective on aging began to change. I realized we are the ones that need to control and define the narrative on aging, not advertisers, not media, and certainly not others who are unaware or uninformed. We can start by educating ourselves and others on how we can live some of our best years later in life. We can also call out ageism when we see it or when we experience it. And we can share positive stories about aging that compare and contrast the beauty of a life well lived with superficial beauty that's so often emphasized in our culture. My challenge to you is to share positive stories about aging. Join me in that effort. Do it whenever and wherever you can. Thank you for joining me today. And please subscribe to my channel so that we can see each other again next week.